Rumour, Ritual and Reality, Dissecting the Smear Campaign Against Fatima Bio. By Mahmoud Tim Kargbo, Thursday 19 June 2025. A recent article circulated by Kokorioco, citing the APC Strategic Communications Unit, accuses First Lady Fatima Bio of manipulating internal SLPP elections through spiritual oaths, juju rituals, and undue influence. These claims are anchored on a so-called leaked audio, first anonymously circulated on Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube and other social media platforms, and later picked up by the APC Strategic Communications Unit's official Facebook page. Kokorioco then republished it, crediting that same APC communications outlet as the original source. In a political environment still seeking maturity, this sort of smear-based politics risks undermining both democratic institutions and public trust. It deserves not just refutation but critical dismantling. 1. The alleged audio, anonymous, unverified and politically timed. At the heart of the accusation lies an unverified, anonymously circulated audio recording. It has not been authenticated by any independent forensic analysis. No expert or state authority has confirmed that the voice belongs to the First Lady. Yet its contents are being used to mount politically charged allegations. This violates the fundamental legal principle enshrined in Section 23(1) of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone, which states that every person who is charged with a criminal offense shall be presumed innocent until he is proved guilty. Anonymous audio from social media does not constitute evidence under Sierra Leone law, and attempting to try public figures through WhatsApp shares and Facebook captions amounts to digital vigilantism. 2. No breach of electoral law or due process. The Public Elections Act 2022 governs political participation and the integrity of elections in Sierra Leone. It includes provisions for electoral misconduct, bribery, intimidation, and undue influence. If the First Lady had breached any of these, then Section 135 provides clear procedures for investigation and redress. To date, no complaint has been lodged with the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone (ECSL) or any legal body regarding these allegations. Not even a letter of concern has emerged from any opposition legal team. If the claims are as serious as portrayed, why haven't they taken the proper legal steps? Critics should be asked, which section of the Elections Act or the Constitution has Fatima Bio violated? If they cannot answer, then the allegations stand exposed as nothing more than politically motivated conjecture. 3. Misuse of culture to provoke fear. The article characterizes the alleged spiritual oaths as juju-based, and hints at ritualistic manipulation. This is a deliberate effort to weaponize cultural misunderstanding for political gain. In West African contexts, oaths, when taken voluntarily, are often symbolic expressions of unity and loyalty. Moreover, such symbolic acts are neither illegal nor uncommon in party politics across the continent. The APC itself has not been exempt from cultural rituals or traditional ceremonies during its political gatherings. If these traditions suddenly become criminal depending on who is associated with them, then we are not having a debate, we are waging a witch hunt. 4. Gendered smearing in the face of a public record. The article bizarrely suggests that Fatima Bio orchestrated full male dominance in internal SLPP party elections. This is an outright contradiction of her very public and internationally recognized advocacy for gender equity. Her "Hands Off Our Girls" campaign has received endorsement from the United Nations, African Union, and several international human rights organizations. She has spoken at global platforms, partnered with multilateral institutions, and helped shape national policies protecting girls from abuse, early marriage, and neglect. A woman who has spent years working to advance female representation is now being accused without evidence of sidelining women. It defies logic, and the record itself speaks louder than partisan gossip. 5. Religious allegations without credible authority. Accusing the First Lady of committing shirk, the gravest sin in Islam, is a serious charge, but it is made here without a single citation from any recognized religious body in Sierra Leone. Where is the fatwa? Where is the formal condemnation from the Supreme Islamic Council or the Interreligious Council of Sierra Leone? Using religion as a political weapon is not only offensive to Islamic scholars and institutions, it also endangers social cohesion. Sierra Leone has long been a model of religious tolerance. Invoking faith to divide or incite should be condemned in the strongest possible terms. 6. The misogyny behind the curtain. The article does not stop at political criticism. It calls President Bio a skirt-wearing leader, suggesting he is being controlled by his wife. This sort of gendered insult is not only disrespectful but deeply misogynistic. When women in public life act independently or hold influence, they are often branded as manipulative or overreaching. This is not criticism, it is patriarchy disguised as political commentary. It undermines the very idea of gender parity and holds our society back from progress. 7. A complete breakdown in journalistic ethics. There is no indication that the authors of the piece attempted to contact the First Lady's office for comment. No alternative perspectives are offered, no independent sources cited, and no fact-checking is evident. Cocorioko, a platform that republished the article based on a Facebook post from the APC Communications Unit, essentially acted as an amplifier of unverified claims. This falls far below the standards of responsible journalism. A partisan Facebook post, no matter how widely shared, is not a substitute for investigation. 8. Fragile democracy, dangerous tactics. Sierra Leone is still nurturing the roots of democratic culture after decades of instability. Irresponsible publications, especially those steeped in superstition, religion, and gender bias, threaten that fragile progress. Public discourse should challenge power, yes, but with facts, reason, and respect. These tactics do not advance national dialogue. They debase it. Critique, do not crucify. Fatima Bio, like every public figure, is subject to scrutiny. But scrutiny must be informed by evidence, guided by law, and expressed in language that upholds public decency. If there are legitimate concerns about her role or conduct, let them be aired respectfully and through the proper channels. But let us not confuse gossip with accountability or digital smear with democratic oversight. Instead of circulating audios of unknown origin, why not ask how the First Lady's advocacy can better reach remote communities? Instead of invoking spiritual panic, why not question policy reach or resource allocation? That would be constructive criticism. Sierra Leone deserves a political culture built on substance, not slander. Until evidence is presented through lawful channels, these allegations belong in the realm of fiction, not public debate.